Today I'm going to review the Food Marble Air 2 device and show you how to use it as a healing tool for IBS and SIBO, so stay tuned. For videos on how to find your personalized IBS and SIBO relief plan that works, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Amanda Malacheski. I'm a certified functional nutrition gut health coach and a digestive and allergy detective. And I'm also the host of the online program called the Calm Digestion Method. As a gut health coach, every single day I'm supporting my clients with IBS and SIBO in finding their personalized diet, supplement, and treatment plans to resolve their IBS and SIBO. And I'm also a former IBS and SIBO sufferer myself. Today I'm really excited to showcase the Food Marble Air 2 device and show you how it can be used to simplify some of the challenges that you're having as an IBS or SIBO patient. So let's get started. One of the biggest challenges people experiencing IBS and SIBO have is trying to figure out what should they be eating or which foods are triggering their IBS symptoms. The Food Marble Air 2 device can help with this, and it can also be used as a SIBO testing device. So let's open up the box and check it out. Okay, so here I have my brand new Food Marble Air 2 device. So let's take the lid off. Little handy dandy little let's get started pamphlet. It tells you how to download the app. Inside the box here we've got the little device itself, and then beneath that we have a full booklet to tell us how to get started, and a little USB cable compartment, of course, as well. And there's a little carrying case also. Look at that. So the device didn't come charged, so I just plugged it in, and now I'm going to have to wait to see what it does till it's all charged up. While I'm waiting for the device to charge, I'm just going to download the app and get it all set up on my phone. So it just walks you through the process of creating an account, and then it kind of walks you through a little questionnaire. Which device do you have? Tells you how to charge the device. And then, why are you using this app or this device? Like, what's your purpose for it? And, it also checks in about your symptoms, what's common for you, how often do you poop? And then it walks you through the process of connecting your device and taking a breath sample. And actually, what it wants you to do first is log a meal. So I've gone through and logged what I had for breakfast the morning that I was making this video. The app walks you through the process of setting up for the breath test and then running it. Now that I've got my Air 2 charged up and ready to go, I'm going to take a breath sample. And this simply gives you a specific reading of your hydrogen and methane gas levels at any given point in time. So I've turned on the Air 2 device and it told me it's warming up. And you see that little slowly blinking blue light. So you double click this big button to turn it on, and then it'll tell me from the app when it's ready to take a sample. And here I am breathing into the device and taking my sample. Now, this reading alone is kind of one isolated data point in time, and by itself, it doesn't really tell us very much. But the Food Marble app allows you to track your gas levels alongside your symptoms, your meals, and your bowel movements. And when you combine all of this data together, this is extremely useful information to help you figure out what's triggering your symptoms and how much FODMAPs are contributing to that. The main way that the Food Marble app does this is that when you log your meals, it calculates the amount of FODMAPs present in that meal for you. And then you take a gas reading maybe an hour after you eat to get a sense of how much fermentation is happening as a result of that meal and that FODMAP consumption. So if you're regular about this tracking, you can really get a sense of how your FODMAP intake correlates with your symptoms. In addition, you can also purchase Food Marble's Food Sensitivity Testing Kit, which is a collection of 4 FODMAP substrates that you can use as individual tests. To use this, you would do a 2 to 3 week regular low FODMAP elimination diet, and then do these trials one by one with the test samples to see how your body responds to those specific types of FODMAPs. Then you could use that information to craft a custom low FODMAP diet for you that eliminates only the foods that are really problematic for you and allows you to continue eating the ones that really don't bother you. This can be a fast track way to assess your FODMAP sensitivity without having to do a really lengthy food reintroduction process, really painstakingly doing one food at a time. Now, in addition to using the Air 2 to assess your FODMAP sensitivities and how you're tolerating your food, you can also use it as a simple SIBO testing device to test for hydrogen or methane SIBO. Just like with a regular SIBO test, you would do a 24-hour prep diet and run the test the following morning. You'd take a baseline sample, drink the test solution, and then use the device as directed by the app to collect samples every 15 or 20 minutes. This makes the Air 2 a super good investment if you're sure that you have SIBO and you're going to need to be retesting periodically to see how your progress is going with your SIBO treatments, whether you're using herbs or antibiotics or the elemental diet, for example. The current price for the Air 2 as of this video, which is in February of 2023, is $249 US. And that's comparable to the price of one single SIBO test. The only thing you have to pay for in subsequent SIBO tests is a $20 packet of glucose to make your test solution. So if you'll be doing repeated tests, this is a super good value. In addition, even though it's not quite ready yet, the Air 2 is set up to collect hydrogen sulfide data as well as the hydrogen and methane data. So once FoodMarble brings this online, the Air 2 device will basically be equivalent to doing the Trio Smart Breath test that looks for all 3 types of SIBO. The one downside to the Air 2 is that if you're not a doctor or you're not working with a doctor, you won't have access to the lactulose as a test substrate, and you'll have to use glucose. Glucose in general works just as well as lactulose in most cases. So in most cases, this isn't a problem. But if you really do need the lactulose solution for one reason or another, you may have to go with a regular SIBO test. One last really cool feature of the FoodMarble Air 2 is that there's a dashboard where you can access all of your data and filter it and look at it in different ways. And if you're working with a practitioner who also uses FoodMarble, you can also link your data to your practitioner so that they can follow along with your tests and samples as well. Some of my clients are already doing this, and it's really helpful to be able to look at this data together with them and help them answer questions and support them with this process of testing for SIBO. Before I was using the Air 2, I was often requesting this very same kind of data from my clients, but having them use paper to take notes with it and things. And though that can still work, this is just a really convenient package where everything's done digitally. People can do it on their phone really simply, and then the data is just automatically logged. I don't have to ask them to upload it or, scan it for me and put it onto their computer for me. So my overall conclusion, I think that the FoodMarble is an excellent tool for helping you manage SIBO or generally IBS, and to help you make the connections between the foods you're eating and some of the symptoms that you're experiencing, and also to be used as a SIBO testing device. It's relatively affordable, it's easy to set up, and it allows your practitioner to really support you along the journey. If you'd like to purchase your own FoodMarble device, I've left a link for you below this video on how to find that. It's not an affiliate link, so I don't make any kind of commission from this. I just generally believe in it as a great product. And if you're needing help figuring out your own IBS strategy or treatment, I want to encourage you to download a free copy of my Roadmap to Gut Recovery, which lays out the complete process that I use to help my clients go from digestive symptoms, food and supplement anxiety, and protocol confusion to a confident IBS relief plan that works so they can live a normal life again. You can grab your free copy of that by going to confluencenutrition.com/roadmap, and I'll be sure and leave a link for that below this video. All right, let me know if this video was helpful for you by clicking like or leaving me a comment or question. And next, I'd really love for you to watch this video called The Truth About What to Eat for SIBO Treatment, and I'm going to leave a link for that below this video. Have a great one.